So let's talk about Arsenal transfers and big news that's just dropped in regards to William Saliba. William Saliba has just been confirmed to have left the club from Arsenal to Nice on loan for the rest of the season. It is said that he'll be leaving for the rest of the season, that Nice will pick up all of his wages, but there won't be any loan fee from that. So literally, it's just another thing that he's just gone out there to get experience, to get first team minutes. But it's still said that he is in Arsenal's long-term plans, which makes sense. He's a quality player. At least I believe he's a quality player. I don't think that we should be in a position to give up on him already, since he hasn't really had a chance at Arsenal as of yet, but he does need some more games, and I think this is the right thing to do. It'd have been great if this had happened at the beginning of the season, but hindsight is an interesting thing when it comes to Arsenal. But I wish William Saliba all the best for his loan at Nice. I think this is a great opportunity for him. Get some games under his belt. Hopefully this means that I'll have a little bit more time to actually see him play more first team minutes. I know his last season at Saint Etienne was just ravaged with a lot of injuries. Now he's back in France. He'll be closer to his family. And it's a chance to play in a league that he has good experience in. Now hopefully he will play another 17, 18 games for Nice for the rest of the season, and we can get a good idea on his loan, on how he's been doing, and I'll be doing my loan reports to kind of talk about how he's doing so far within his loan. And then finally, we got to talk about Buendia. So it's been talked that Norwich have put in a 40 million price tag for Buendia. Now, I mean, Buendia looks like a really good player, and we saw his time out in the Premier League last season, but Arsenal aren't interested in him at 40 million, and it's said that they're looking to offer in some players for Buendia. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be players on loan to replace Buendia, or players that we're looking to sell for Buendia. Now, the two players that they're talking about in terms of replacing him, I'm big fans of. So I already don't like this. And that's Reiss Nelson and that's Joe Willock. Now, I mean, we know that these two are young men, come through our academy. Reiss Nelson, Joe Willock. Joe, I talked about my first time seeing him. I didn't think he was ready. But now, gradually, little by little, he's gotten better and better and better. And I don't think that he's that far off from playing that regular for the first team. And then Reiss Nelson, he does need a loan, in my opinion. I think he needs regular first team minutes to continue developing. I don't think, not even being on the bench helps him, in my opinion. But I think he needs a loan. And if there's an option for a loan at Norwich, I think that could be a good possibility. But I certainly would not want to see Reiss Nelson leave the club permanently. I think that he's one of those wingers that has immense talent, good technical ability, but I get it. At some point he needs to show that consistently, and I just feel that if he's one of those players, if we sell, I think that we will regret it big time. We'll be talking about, oh my God, I can't believe we sold him for like 15 mil. Now he's worth 40 mil. What have we done? But if we're bringing in a player like Buendia, who, let's be honest, has performed pretty well. He gets a good number of assists. Last season, he managed a really good number of assists in a side that went down, and gets goals as well within that. So he's not just a one-dimensional player. He scores goals and sets them up. And if he's doing that in a Norwich side that went down, what could he do in an Arsenal side that's right now is on the up? So you have to factor that in. The same thing goes for Willock. I mean, Willock was one of our top scoring midfield players last season, scored 5 goals. I actually thought that this season he would have more chance playing regular first team football, but that doesn't quite seem to be the case for Joe Willock. So you would have to think that maybe him going on loan could be a best option, or maybe if we was to sell him, some type of buyback option. And the same thing goes with Reiss Nelson for a particular fee. But one thing I will say to this is that I highly doubt Arsenal are going to spend 40 million on Buendia. I think that even though Buendia is a good player, I think that Norwich have decided they don't want to sell him. And we've recently seen the Norwich manager, I think his name is Farkle, has come out and said that no way Buendia is going to go in January. And that price of 40 mil would deter anyone, including myself. I don't think that we should spend 40 million on Buendia. Very good player, but not 40 mil. Not when we are trying to cut costs. Not when we are seeing whereby we don't have the money to be able to do a lot of things. We cannot be just, I wouldn't even call it waste, but we can't overspend on players like what we've done in the past. We cannot just fall into that trap. I get it. We want the player, and he might suit the way how we play, but let's think about this logically right now, and let's be really tactical with things. But I'll be keeping you guys abreast on everything in regards to transfers, giving my thoughts and reactions on everything. But it'd be really interesting to see what you guys have to say. I mean, what do you think about the stories on Buendia, Willock, Nelson? Would you choose one of them to send over there for Buendia? And then what does the price look like? Because if, let's say for instance, they are interested in Willock and Nelson, would that bring the price down to, let's say, 25 mil? Because then that makes things look better. Then if we're either talking about a loan and Buendia, or are we talking about a transfer and maybe with a buyback option with Reiss Nelson, but then that brings the price down to 25 mil? That's when you start getting into different situations there, different opinions, and then it makes it difficult. Like, what do you do? Like, I mean, that's a tough one for Arsenal, but let's see how it all plays out. But leave your comments below on your thoughts on that. And what do you also think about William Saliba going out on loan at Nice? Do you think that he's going to do well there? If there are any Nice fans here, like, what do you think about William Saliba? I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of him when he played against him at St Etienne last season. But leave your comments below on that. Do remember to like and subscribe. It does help the channel out. And I will see you all next time on my next video, which you should see some options in and around there. But until then, see you next time. Peace.